it's DirecTV, is that who's not carrying Fox? Is
Well, it's Sinclair's pulled their stations, and now they're getting ready to pull a CBS station too, so.
Well, I probably don't know all the details, but certainly, we want as many fans as possible to be able to watch the game on Fox. But I don't really have any reaction right now. It's, it was just announced the game time, so I don't have anything right now.
That's a lot of mistake.
Yeah, no, obviously, and some things we can control and some things we can't, so we'll control what we can control. We want as many fans to be able to watch the game as possible, for sure.
So right now you don't anticipate issuing any statement or trying to pressure them?
I don't come to you today with any kind of a strategy or discussion with that.
Okay. Gary, can you walk us through your investigation into the band incident? What exactly that consisted of?
Well, we didn't really conduct an investigation. What we've been doing from day one, and will continue to do, is when our students brought forward concerns, we're listening to them, we're meeting with them, we're providing them options, and then, as you know, we contacted Iowa State, and it's still ongoing. We still don't. We have several incidents that are still open, and we're going to continue supporting the students that have brought them forward. In the meantime, as President Harold has said, as I've said, as Jamie has said, we're going to focus also on going forward to try to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Are you going to involve law enforcement at any point?
Law enforcement has been involved from day one. And to this moment, I'm not aware that anyone has filed a claim. So law enforcement was involved from day one.
Gary, can you clarify one thing? When you put out your initial release, you had already spoken to Iowa State, right? Because Jamie said you hadn't.
I spoke to Jamie Monday afternoon.
Before you put out your initial release?
Yeah, I think that was the time.
And then his response was that he knew nothing about that. So there's obviously a difference of
I'm not sure. What I did is, as soon as we started to learn about it last Monday, and as soon as we started to learn about it, my first reaction is, let's get to the band, let's get and find out if there's been any students who have been injured, and if they have, let's be there to support them. That was my first reaction. And then after that, we started to follow up to say, now, where do we go from here? And I did reach out to Jamie after that.
What was the reason for the second statement saying that the investigation was closed then?
I actually didn't say that. Okay. What I said was, at this point, it's still difficult to ascertain all the details. In the meantime, we are going to start looking at future games, but I never said that there was an investigation that was closed.
Respectfully, the question I asked in that was, is there still an investigation from the athletic department into this? And the response was, the details are difficult to verify, so we've elected to move forward.
Yeah, and as you know, that came through a third party. I didn't get a chance to speak with you directly, and so maybe some interpretation got lost, but at no point did I say that an investigation was closed, and it's still not closed. I still, every moment of every day, that's probably an overstatement. Every day we're checking in with these students who have been wronged. They were wronged. We had students at that game that were mistreated. To this point, we're still working with them. We've met with them. Our Office of Sexual Misconduct Response has met with them. They've been awarded the opportunity or afforded the opportunity to meet with law enforcement. We're still there to support them.
Do you believe they were victims of a crime, your students?
It's hard for me to say. I believe that they were wronged. I believe that we're going to continue to support them. At this point, there are still a lot of details that can't be verified.
Pollard said that today that the physical contact after the game was prompted or started by the band exiting through the long tunnel against the advice of Iowa State officials. Is that your understanding in the situation?
I've heard multiple descriptions of what happened. I still don't know exactly what happened. I know we have one band member who required medical treatment. That's what I know. I wasn't there, and so I'm not to judge how serious or significant it was. I'm there to support our students who say they were mistreated. I believe them, and we're just trying to help them get through that.
Do you think it's time to maybe not have the band go through the fans like it did?
I think you've heard both presidents have spoken, both presidents have talked about after the season. In order for us to successfully have this game and successfully have the band in attendance, we have to make sure they're safe. That's our number one priority. So at the president's invitation and direction, we'll get together and make sure that can occur. And I'm confident that it can.
President Harold also, mentioned that if stuff doesn't get resolved, there's a chance
the series maybe goes away. What are your feelings on the series?
Well, I know he said it, I know he meant it, and I know what he meant by it, and that is, he's concerned, I'm concerned, that the safety of the participants of the game has to go number one, has to be number one. I will say this, I think the vast majority of fans who attend the game enjoy it responsibly, celebrate it responsibly, but we do have to make sure that the people who participate in the game are safe. And so we're going to do that. I'm confident we can. And once we do that, I know he'll be comfortable continuing the game. But I know he meant what he said because he's upset and frustrated.
You said that a student met with a sexual assault center on campus, is that?
No, I didn't say that. What I said was when we learned of several students who we had heard had been involved in mistreatment, we reached out to them first, the athletic department did, and we made sure, do you need any medical assistance? Do you need any emotional assistance? Do you need someone to talk to? And we actually met with the band and gave them information on different areas on campus to contact. We then passed that information on to the Office of Sexual Misconduct and asked them to follow up with those students. We are never told, what transpires after that, but we did share that information with them.
Did you personally meet with the band members?
So far, Barbara Burke has been representing me in more than 2 meetings, and so I haven't met with them personally, no.
Are you